how do you build a network without physical networking, so going out there? It's difficult because it's not difficult to do. I'm just saying it's interesting, my response here, because firstly, I personally think you should go out there and meet people face to face. I think it's not a big ask for once a month, unless you live in the middle of nowhere. And to be fair, I know that Zach lives in the Isle of Man, and so possibly that's not as easy. Maybe that's a reason for his question. If you can get to an event maybe once a month or even once a quarter, it's so worthwhile, at the very least, to help groom your own abilities when it comes to face-to-face work. But he's probably asking because he's a little bit more remote. His actual question isn't, should I do it? His question is, how do you build a network without physical networking? So let's look at that. All in on communities. That's what it is. So for example, this is a great place to network by going live each week. To start with, no one shows up every single week. Well, a few people do, but some people don't do it every single week. Some people have come to a few, some people don't go to every single one, then they show up again after time. But over time, enough people, hundreds of them, will see these live shows. Now, by working in the right way, by doing these things live, what we are able to do is say to ourselves, right, there is a mass or an audience or a community of people who are, starting to come into orbit around us. And if we can build that, and it takes consistency, it's about showing up every week for a year, 2 years, something like that. You build a mass or a body of people who are very kindly loyal and stick around if you have something to say. I think communities are everything. And let's give you some practical value on what you can also do. You need to go to where a body of people are who have similar set of interests. That might be because they're located in a certain place, or because they have a certain set of kind of ideas or are into certain things. You might be into video games, so you go to a forum, for example, like Reddit, and you engage with people there. Now, again, it's about showing up and consistently. So one of the reasons why, for instance, on Facebook, and I think really a good example of it, because I'm putting more weight there now, is on LinkedIn, is because every day, multiple times, I will show up. It's calculated, but it's the case right now. This time, go and answer these questions or go and engage in community for a bit. And it'll be a set 20 minutes where I just go all in on commenting on other people's posts, on their comments, on their conversation, things like that. Because you need people to say, oh, it's you again, in a positive way, and say, hi, it's nice to see you again, or, to start thinking at least, Richard is here, he has something to say. He's always showing up with something of value to say.